Good morning. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. It is Friday, January 20th, 2023. I remembered to plug in my microphone today, Kelly. So we don't have to shout at me to turn it on, which is just a funny joke. She doesn't ever shout at me. Hello. Oh, thank you so much. It's so good to see everybody here today. Hello, hello. Glasses. Surprise, surprise. I can read the tiny little chat print from here. Woo! Yay! They actually bother me like for up close work, so I'll take them off when I'm working. But for distance, so my computer screen's pretty far away from me. And then driving in the evening, or at night, it's fantastic. So yes. Hello everybody. Yeah, I'm representing. I figured I probably better start wearing my Valentine's clothing, because it will be here and gone before we know it. I saw Easter at a store this week, and I went, oh my gosh, didn't we just have Christmas? Hello everybody. I want to remind everyone, please remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I have a big goal of 100K this year. I think we're going to reach there. I'm going to have a big blog party. We're going to do a live. I'm going to have giveaways. So anyone who wants to subscribe, obviously if you don't want to, that's okay too. But if you want to, I would very much appreciate it. Replay crew, I love you guys. Thank you so much to everyone who watches my videos after the live. I know the lives are not always convenient for everyone. And so I very, very much appreciate everyone who takes a little bit of time to catch the replay. I actually do my lives on Fridays during a live I enjoy watching, so I'm always part of that replay crew as well. So I know you kind of have to pick and choose. I want to remind everyone, Simon Says Stamp has a new release. It's the companion release to the December release. So this is called Kisses. December's was Hugs, so it's Hugs and Kisses, but it's a companion release. So they really work together well. There was a blog hop starting today. There will be day 2 tomorrow. Definitely hit every stop along the hop. Leave comments for more chances to win. Oh, handmade, not Hallmark. That is an awesome goal. Everybody, you know what? I don't know that I'm subscribed, so I will make myself a note. If you would head over and help her out, that would be great too. Let's see. Oh, Liz, on your way to surgery. Okay, sending you hugs and prayers for a very successful surgery and speedy recovery. Thank you for sharing with us. I'll be thinking about you. Oh, Judy, thank you so much. I had such a hard time picking out my glasses. So it's been a long time since I've picked out glasses, 20 years. Probably longer, because the glasses I wore before, I only wore when I didn't have contacts in. And so they weren't a new prescription. So it's probably been like 25 years or so since I picked out glasses. And I went by myself, which was a mistake. I should have picked up my daughter or my friend and had them come help me, because I literally looked at the wall and tried on glasses, and I felt bad. The only person working was a guy, and I could tell he did not want to be like, do these look okay? Do these look okay? So I kept going back to these, and so I picked them out. Oh, thank you guys for sending all the good wishes to Liz. Oh no, Wendy's sitting in a carpool line for pickup on half day. Ugh. Okay, half days really mess everything up at school. I didn't like it. I would just as soon it would be a no day of school. Like, I always just didn't really love half days for my kids. Now when they were young. When they're older and they can get themselves to and from school, I don't care so much. Like, Ethan will just come in and I'm like, oh yeah, half day today, because sometimes I forget. But yeah, I never loved the half days. Let's see. Oh, thank you guys for subscribing to Handmade Not Hallmark as well. And please remind me at the end of this, because I don't have a pencil close to me to make my notes today. I always forget. Okay, so I talked about the new Simon release. There's actually been a lot of new this week. New My Favorite Things came out. And you guys know me, I love to mix and match. So I'm going to mix new My Favorite Things with new Simon Says Stamp Kisses release product. There is a live on the Simon Says Stamp channel today where they're going to talk about the new product and show you projects and things like that. So definitely check that out. I think it's at, I want to say 11 or 12. Is it noon Eastern? So 11. I think that's what it is. So I think it's noon Eastern. All right. If you have questions during the live, if you will put question in like all caps, it just helps it pop out at me in the chat so that I hopefully don't miss it. If I do miss it, I do try to leave a little time at the end of the live to answer questions and things like that. With that being said, I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm going to show you a couple of new projects because they utilize something I'm using again today, and then we'll dive into today's project. Let's see. Oh, it's so good to see everybody here. Oh, and first timers. If you're a first timer, can you put like a thumbs up in the chat or a heart or something? I love seeing all of our newbies. Oh, how fun. Okay. So obviously these are the cards you could see in the little preview thumbnail photo. This is what we're going to make today. These are leftover backgrounds from when I created these cards. I'm going to create new backgrounds today to show you step by step. However, I love making lots of backgrounds when I'm making something, and so I ended up using these and thought they would be perfect. And I wanted to show how a great basic background works for, these are different kind of cards. This is all die cuts. These are the cute typewriter from My Favorite Things. And this is Salvage Patina, Lumberjack Plaid, but I did use the saltwater taffy spray instead of Lumberjack Plaid, so it didn't look like blood splatter. And then I did the saltwater taffy. Why can I not think of that? So it's very tone on tone. It's the Distress Oxide with the Distress Oxide spray over the top. This is KITSCH Flamingo and Speckled Egg. So those are the two we're going to use today. And this was a new video on my channel this week. And, oh, and I guess I forgot to say, this X's and O's background is the theme throughout. I absolutely love it. If you guys have been here for a while, you know that I am a huge text background stamp person. Tanya says, where did you get the shelves behind you? IKEA, they are the Billy bookshelves. Welcome to all the newbies. I love seeing all of you, all of the new people here today. That is awesome. So this is the video that went up this morning, part of the Simon Says Stamp Kisses blog hop. This is the concentric hearts backgrounds. And it is awesome because you can stamp each layer a different color, or you could stamp it all one color if you want to. And I show how to do that in the video, but I did use that same X's and O's background over the top, and it adds so much to the background. In the video, I hold one that's just stamped with the concentric hearts and one that has then the text over it side by side, and it really shows the difference. Especially here in the center portion, which I know kind of gets covered up, but I love that little bit of color. And then I did splatter them with the saltwater taffy. And the colors used here are Lumberjack Plaid, Tattered Rose, and saltwater taffy. Handmade Not Hallmark says, I love using text backgrounds. Me too. And I love, Shimon loves the typewriter. Oh yeah, when I saw that, I had to use it. Had to. Okay, so today, these are the cards we're going to create. We're going to create our text background with my text stamp that I think I forgot to bring in here. One moment. Oh, Odin, you gotta move. I promise I thought I was completely prepared for my live today. All right, here's our X's and O's background from My Favorite Things. So we're going to use this first. Then, also from My Favorite Things, this is the Honey Bunny set. Cute bunnies with hearts. I mean, could it get any cuter? So we're going to use this in the coordinating dies. Go ahead and move that. For our greetings today, I am using this brand new stamp set from Simon Says Stamp, and it's the Hi There Greetings. Maybe I should zoom out just a tiny bit. And these are amazing. So there is a coordinating die set that you can get to go with these. I am going to use the coordinating dies. Hi There is not included in this because there is this set. There's also a Love Ya set. Here it is. I'll show it to you. I'm not using it today. So if you want a coordinating die for those, you would have to pick up these, but they come with the die and the shadow. But I chose to do the stamping today, but I'm going to use the shadow to die cut the Hi There. And that is really it. We're going to color our images with some Olo markers. I bet I forgot to put the colors down below. I know I added them to the blog post. That goes up late tomorrow. That's not helpful, so I will fix that later. We are going to add glossy accents to the hearts, which I think just gives them a great finished look when we are all done. So let's go ahead and start our backgrounds. Let's see. Bunnies are so cute. Hello, everyone. Terry loves the Kathy Zielski stuff. Yes. Oh, I'm glad you're catching me live, Sylvia. That's awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our Misty. I already have a sticky mat in here. Athena, that's so funny. My Favorite Things, their release was really, really cute this time. I loved it. And I am just going to put my background, actually, let's take the foam out of our Misty first. And I'm going to just pop my background in here. And I see that I did not clean my Misty mat either after something I did yesterday. Handmade Not Hallmark says, I like using glossy accents to any kind of balloons or glass images. Oh, me too. So what we're going to do first is we are going to stamp some 4 by 5 1/4 backgrounds with our X's and O's background stamp. I don't feel like this is a very straight background, but I guess we'll go. Some quality control issues with cutting my backgrounds, apparently. Let's go ahead and start with Speckled Egg. And we're just going to ink this up. And the great thing about oxides, it's a question I got asked after using oxides here a week or two ago. They do stamp really well, kind of unlike regular distress ink for the most part, because they have pigment ink properties in them. So I do like using them for things like this. Okay, there is our light blue background, and I'm okay with some areas being darker than others because we're going to splatter it anyway. And then let's clean up our blue ink before changing color. If you wanted to create a bunch of the same color backgrounds, that would be very easy to do without having to change your color. But I tend to love to do lots of different colors when I'm doing something. Let's see. Tabitha, that's funny. I might tell Kathy that. That you're gonna stalk her. That's so funny. Oh, that's awesome. Lori goes, making a list for all the things from MFT, for sure. This is KITSCH Flamingo. And I love the speckled egg. If you're really maybe not wanting to do a pink or a red background, oh, I guess we need to put our paper in here. Speckled egg or any of the blues, honestly, from Tim are great. I love salvage patina. Here's the salvage patina. Just something that's a little bit different if pinks and reds are not your thing. Yeah, I did do a red splatter one, Wendy, and it looked like a blood scene. I mean, I like the card, but I decided I'm not doing that anymore. I loved it. It was just a little too much like Dexter. We don't want to look like crime scenes here. I love the Distress Oxide sprays, and I honestly I've had them, like different ones through the years as the new colors have come out. And I have not really used them until I used the mica stains. And then I thought, why do I not use these? I'm addicted to using them. I love the tone on tone. And that goes for Oxide or regular Distress. Either one is awesome. So I'm going to hold it. I know I'm holding it a little bit up where you can't see. Because, oh, that's a lot of splatter. You never know. I usually just go with it because I love how it ends up turning out. So it will dry. It will be a little more faded. It's going to look like this. Oh, apparently my KITSCH Flamingo must come out a lot more than some of the other colors because this one's really heavy too. But anyway, it's different every time and I love that. So we're just going to set that aside to dry while we work on the rest of our card. That's why I like to do these backgrounds first. Oh, that's true. Blood splatter would look good for Halloween. We might have to try that. That's funny, Dexter. Yeah, I know. Anytime I see blood splatter, I think Dexter. That's just where my mind goes. Oh, awesome. Rita says first time live. Usually watches the replays. So glad you're here. And see, this one comes out. This is the speckled egg, and this sprayer just comes out a lot less intense. But I love it. So now we're going to set this one aside to dry. And for anyone who hasn't been here for a while, I use these plastic boxes. It's a plastic storage box. It does have a lid. I don't use it. And mine is a shallow one. I use it for spraying and then I rinse it out every once in a while. And it's great. I just reuse it over and over. Good morning. Hello to everyone just joining. All right, next up, we have our cute little bunnies and hearts. I'm going to zoom this in just a little bit. I am going to use Olo markers. I do want to mention to everyone who has been thinking about it, I have a few videos here on my channel. I did a live with Lori Craig, who works for the company that sells Olo, where she talked all about it and I showed some coloring, and then I have done a couple of other videos. My markers all have a different color on each end. It's a full marker, but you can connect them this way because I chose to get the brush tip only. So I just have like two shading colors together. I have a video on that on my channel. If you buy your markers directly from Olo, I have a 10% coupon code. It is my first name, Nichol. I do have a link down below So that just helps save you a little bit of money, and I like to mention that here. It's a great alcohol ink marker. You don't have to replace your Copics or whatever else you're using. You can use them with your other alcohol ink markers and maybe just fill in with some other colors. So that's what I'm going to use today, and we're going to start with this big balloon that I'm going to color in some pinks. Here is what I'm going to use first. Kelly goes, I love when she colors bunnies. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Jenny. It's so good to see you. Oh my gosh, Lori ended up buying all the sprays. That is awesome. There's still a few that I don't have. And sometimes it's very frustrating. Because I definitely, because I'll want to do something and I realize I don't have that color. So I have bought quite a few. That way, anyway. So I'm just going to give it an all over color first. You can do it however you want. Sometimes I do the dark and then go to the lightest. Oh my gosh, awesome, Colleen. Guess what? I missed the restocking on the Pashta dies, the stitching dies. I told Lizzie, I'm like, I messaged her and I said, because she's restocking next week. So if anyone else is like me and they missed the restock because they didn't notice the alert go off on their phone, I even put an alert on my phone. She is going to restock some things next week. So stay tuned. I told her, I said, thank you, because someone, me, oops, missed it. Again, it happens. I don't get too worried. So I'm just going to go in and add in a little of my what I'm going to use as my darkest color. Question, I used accent on my balloons and the next day the paper was separating and looked blotchy. Any ideas on what happened? I used accent. I'm not sure what that is. Is that a product? Or did you color an accent? If you use like with Copics, the colorless blender, or with these Olos, the zero marker, if you use too much of it, it will cause, it pushes the ink. It's not really a blender. It pushes ink. And that might be it. Terry says, why do you die cut the images and put them back into the cut? Terry, I only do that for video purposes. This is not how I do it. I do this so I don't have to die cut during the video. I don't do this normally. That's a good question. So for anyone asking, I only die cut these and then put them back in. They're easier to color for me if they're in this sheet of paper instead of trying to hold on to something little. But when I'm doing this for regular videos or just for myself, I stamp, I color, and then I die cut. So, but just for the sake of video and time saving, I generally try to do my die cutting before I come here to go live. Oh, maybe glossy accents. Is that what it is? I'm not sure why the glossy accents would do that. That's kind of strange. I don't think what did you color with? I will say, if you put glossy accents over Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers, sometimes, especially with reds and pinks, I've noticed it makes the color kind of crazy, and I do not like it. Oh, and I am using Express It cardstock for coloring with Olos, which is a blending cardstock for alcohol ink markers. Cassie set an alarm. I set an alarm and I totally messed up. Tabitha, my Olo code is my first name. It's Nichol. Nichol. And I do have that down at the bottom of the video. in the links from the video, I think. I say that, but if I don't, I'm sorry. Then I'll add it later. Add it when we're done. Okay. So then I am going to use this light pink for the inside of our bunny's ears. These bunnies are so, so cute. The glossy accents, yes. Tell me if you were using alcohol ink markers or zig markers, because I have had trouble with my zigs and having it look funny the next day. I don't know that they have a firmer brush nib. The ink flows in here, and I don't really want to take too much time, and I don't know the technical, but in my other video, which I will link to it if I haven't, Lori talks about it, but the ink flows in these differently than it does in other alcohol ink markers, which does give you a much easier and more consistent brush stroke. I don't know, maybe Lori is watching. Sometimes Lori watches. If she's here, maybe she'll answer, because I try, but the technical stuff I don't pay super great attention to. When does one set their alarm for the posture release? I didn't know. Okay, there isn't a specific date and time, but you do need to sign up for her emails, because she will email you, and she sent out an email a day before letting you know what day and time things would be restocked. And that does work really well. So just my suggestion is to sign up for her emails so that you're notified when she sets or has a new release or a restock. Oh, Sandy answered it too. Could be because glossy accents and zigs are both water-based and it causes it to be blotchy. Oh, and Lori is here. Yes, I absolutely think that that's why it is, because I quit using it quite a while ago because of that. Tombow markers are going to be the same because they are water-based. So everybody tell me if you're going to craft this weekend or if you are going to be doing other things. Cleaning. I know cleaning craft rooms happens a lot. Let me know. I always love hearing what everybody's plans are for the weekend. Oh, Neva said her glossy accents turned yellow. Okay, so I will tell you, I generally like to use crystal lacquer from Hero Arts. I almost like it a little bit better, but I got a tube of it in an order this week, and I think it might be old. So, because it came out kind of in a weird consistency. So I set that aside. Let's see, Snail Mail Force, behind on design team projects, so doing that all weekend, taking down holiday. I have to take down the basement decorations. The main floor is all put away, but the basement is not. Prepping for a craft retreat. Oh my gosh, Valentine's cards, working on a quilt top. Valentine's cards. Oh, good. Watching cards, watch football, and so felt hearts from Pashta. That's awesome. I'm definitely going to need my friend Shari to help me again, probably, to remind me when the posture restock comes. I forgot to tell her that I needed help. And that's a joke, by the way. She does text me and it does help. Oh, good. Lori's answering questions. I'm so glad. I thought she might be here, and she's definitely going to be our go-to for the technical aspects of all things Olo. Oh, aren't these bunnies cute? I love them. I am going to just go in and take the tip of my marker and add some little dots. Just give a little texture to our bunny. And his little tail. Not everywhere, just a few little spots here and there. Oh, he's so cute. Making backgrounds right now, Megan said. I love doing that. Sometimes it feels good to just sit and make some backgrounds and not worry about making the full card. These are great backgrounds to do that. Anything like that. A background stamp and some splatter. Lori says the bunnies are adorable. Well, let me know if you want to borrow them. I need to get you that Spellbinders stuff you wanted to borrow too. You can borrow these if you want to color. Okay, so I'm just going to do a trio, this little trio of hearts. I don't know why I love little trios of hearts like this, but I do. And we're going to do those in like a very light pink, a pink more this color, and then we're going to do it a red one. Also, I'm not loving this. There we go. That's the great thing about alcohol ink markers is you can kind of go over things and fix stuff you're not happy with. Christine, do you know if Tim will have a release party for new distress color? Not this weekend, it's next weekend. And yes, there will be a party, and yes, I will have the color, and I am excited. So excited. I love new colors. I will have a video next Saturday. It will go up when Tim goes live. My video will go up like right after that. And I'll have some projects with his new color. What does everybody think it is? I can't tell, but I love hearing what everybody thinks. Waiting for dog to get back from the vet. Oh, he went for, the big snip. I'll have to baby him later. Yes. I'm glad it's nothing serious, though. Give him all the puppy snuggles. So here's my funny story. When I took Odin for that, unfortunately, I had to wait for Odin's procedure, because it was right during the middle of the pandemic and they weren't doing those, kind of surgeries. So when they finally were again, and I took him, and he also needed to have a couple of teeth pulled. I can't remember why. They weren't bad. I don't remember. But when we picked him up, he literally pathetically cried. Really pitiful, just like a little whine for hours. And we kind of laughed at him because he was so pitiful. But he literally didn't even act like he knew anything had happened. So we just laughed at him because he's kind of pitiful. He thinks he's a human. Let's see. Oh, I love seeing what everybody thinks. Oh, thank you so much, Christine. The hearts are adorable. Yeah, I doubt, I would say that the red is, not red is a good thing, because Lumberjack Plaid just came out. Oh my gosh, Lumberjack Red is so good. I'm using it more and more. I actually used Lumberjack Plaid to stain a wood piece. I shared it on my Instagram yesterday. I made something for a cross stitch piece, and I used Tim's inks to stain the wood. I did, just a note for everybody, because I did get some questions, like some DMs. You do need to use a sealant. If you're going to use distress inks of any kind to stain things, definitely use a sealant. Because if it gets wet, it could run. But lumberjack plaid with some dark like browns and even a little black soot over the top. Ugh, good stuff. I want to try that on a card next. I really liked it. I like hearing what everybody's doing. Let's see. Tiffany is spending some time at her LNS stitching this weekend and then maybe some card making Sunday. Oh my goodness. Oh, nothing hurts more than a dental pain. Yes, for sure. I agree. His poor little mouth must have hurt. He got over it pretty soon, but I literally just laid with him. And he just, it was funny. He does tend to talk like that anyway. When he goes and gets groomed, he talks to the gal. Miss Jackie is her name, and she loves him. And it is so nice taking them to a groomer. Both of my boys have their own. Miss Sam is Brody's, and she's so good with him because, you know, he's elderly. And she's really, really good with him. And Odin's gal, Miss Jackie, just loves him and always says she'd keep him and take him. Crazy. Will you be showing the frame you stained? Barbara, I'm going to share, I'll share it in my Floss Tube video that will go up Sunday. It isn't in here. I could probably grab it at the end of the video. It's not too far away. If you want to, if anybody wants to see it. But it is on my Instagram. Let's see. Yay, I made it late, Nancy said. Yes, you did. Let's see. I think a new color will be brown or yellow. No, thank you, Lori. Nikki says I could watch you color. Well, that's so sweet. I feel like I'm kind of taking forever today. All right, let's color this little shirt in, and then let's get... and I just did the opposite on this bunny. So I did pink heart, red shirt. We did red heart and pink shirt for this one. I thought about doing blues, but I really didn't have blues that matched the speckled egg. I tried one and I didn't like it. So I decided I liked the red and pink. That's not what I wanted. Against the blue. Blue is just a great little basic. All right, we're going to leave that for now. If I need to fix something, I can. Okay, so the magic of video, as we talked about, mine are already die cut. Woohoo! No die cutting needed. Oh, thank you so much, Cassie. Oh no, Jenny says getting a new furnace installed. But that's good. But I'm sorry your furnace died. Because that's not a cheap fix. All right, so we are going to grab our backgrounds now. And I did already die cut, stamp, and die cut all of the things for these two cards. Because we had greetings from the Simon Says stamp sets, and then the dies, and then the clouds are from that Honey Bunny set, the same set as this. And I went ahead and stamped those with the Distress Oxide ink and die cut those with the coordinating die. So let's go ahead, grabbing my foam. Hello, Liz. So we're going to start with our greetings for both, and I am popping a lot of things up on these cards. But I like how it looks. Do we think? Probably gonna have to do little ones, aren't I? Foam adhesive a little time consuming, but I do love it. Hello from Norway, Randy. Yes, Handmade Not Hallmark says she loves when companies make greetings with the coordinating dies. Me too. I'm kind of glad to see more companies doing that. So for this one, I picked this sentiment specifically because I did stamp and color all of my things first when I was designing this because I thought he was cute, would be cute standing here. So that is why I picked him. And we're just going to pop that there. And let's go ahead and put, I did do a little sentiment strip for this one. I didn't for the other one. I didn't feel like it needed it because it has a little phrase underneath. And we're going to do that. And then I am going to put foam adhesive on the back of my bunny. Going to have to use a combination here because his little ears. Hi, Maureen. Yeah, you can always go back and watch just the beginning. It's pretty easy, these backgrounds, but I think they pack a nice little punch. Have I missed any questions as I was coloring? I know sometimes I get to looking down at what I'm coloring. If I did, can you let me know? Oh, there went some backers flying. So I think he just fits standing here perfectly. There we go. And let's go ahead and pop up some clouds. Let's see. Yes, Neva, thank you. I knew there was something I was forgetting. My favorite things is giving away 10% of the sale of this set to charity. The Honey Bunny set, if you purchase it from their site. So definitely check that out. I think that that is amazing. Thank you so much for reminding. It is a little bit of cuteness overload, isn't it? We definitely did cutesy today. We did elegant last week. I try to mix it up with what all we do here. Yeah, let's do it down here. And I really love these cards have a lot of quote-unquote white space. I mean, I know that there is obviously the text and the splatter in the background, but it's the whole design isn't filled up with things. So for me, I kind of consider that more of having a little bit of white space. And I really like it. Let me grab some tweezers. The hearts, I did decide to glue directly to the background instead of trying to pop them up. Oh, of course it's not going to come out. I finally did get a new tip for my glue because I broke the tip on my old, well, this is the same bottle of glue. I do love that the Barely glue, you can replace just the tip if you break it, which I did. I love the cute clouds they include in their sets too. I agree 100%. All right, let's go ahead and pop up our sentiment for our second card and put everything down. Yes, Bree says she loves the little critters. You guys know me, I love them. I do like to make sure that I put enough foam on things that it's nice and flush. Karen says barely glue is her favorite. Yeah, it really is mine too. I do like that that you can get different nozzles, or it comes with different nozzles on it. Okay, for this one, I definitely used, my image with my sentiment to figure out kind of where I wanted it to go. And we're going to shift it over to the left a little bit. And then we're going to adhere our big guy, and we'll fill in with our clouds and our hearts. So basically each card just features one cute image, some clouds, and a little trio of hearts, and that's it. And the greetings. Really simple, easy way to make multiple cards. I think they would make really cute Valentines. Let's see. Too enthusiastic with your gluing, Shimon said. Apparently I was way too enthusiastic. Oh, that's so funny. This is the perfect set with me for all the hearts, Liz. I love that. Question, going forward, do you intend to purchase all Olo and get away from Copics? You may have already said, but I haven't seen where if you did, your opinion is important to me. Yes. I already have the majority of the Olos. I'm filling in the few I'm missing as I'm going and as I notice a need for them. And the reason being is the ease of refills. I was refilling my Copic markers, especially my most often used Copic markers, almost weekly. And it is an age thing. I would have been better off buying a new marker. Oops, maybe I want to, we'll go ahead and put that down. So for me, because the Olo markers are much, much easier, you just buy a new marker, basically. So you're always getting that new marker. And it's just, to me, it makes a lot of sense. I'm not going to get rid of my Copics for now. I'm not saying I won't use them, but having to refill constantly was very tedious for me. So that is my opinion. And someone wanted me to give a review or something, and I thought, well, and I should probably mention it here. I wouldn't use something here on my channel unless I actually liked it. So that's just my kind of disclaimer going forward on everything, is that if you see me using it, it's because I actually like it. And yes, I did purchase the Olos. Let's see. Let's see. Karen says the new refills are way better. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I like that I don't have to store refills too. Storage for me is a big deal. I do not have tons of space. And so, you know, you should just do whatever works best for you. Okay. Everything is where it goes on my cards. I did cut these down. So you might remember we started with backgrounds that are 4 by 5 1/4. So when we put them on a white card base, it will have a nice little border all the way around. But I'm going to do that later. Let's see. Pat says, do you have a suggestion for a beginner set of Olo? if you buy a set, buy it and you want brush tip only like I'm doing and don't want the chisel tip. I don't use the chisel tip. If you do, that might change your opinion. The reason I can put two halves together is because I don't use that. Buy a half, it's called the half set, and there's drop down boxes under each color set on the Olo site. I would say look at the colors and look for things that you use a lot of. Color is very subjective. We all like different colors. When I first bought mine, for example, I picked things with lots of pinks and reds. I tend to color with pink and red a lot. I have a friend who likes blues, so she picked the color or a set that had a lot more blues and purples in it. So it definitely look at it that way. I would also say if you color a lot of critters, you might want to pick a set that has a lot of more of the earth tones. Those are going to be more of like your ORs. I think that's what they are. So look at the colors that way. And that's how I would pick. It's really hard to say because each individual person likes different colors. Okay, so I added glossy accents to hearts, balloon, this heart, the little hearts, and the noses on my bunnies. And then I am going to set those aside to completely dry. And we'll just take a look at these since these are all dry and finished. This is how they end up looking. Very, very cute, very easy. The bullet nib is not out yet. Oh, Sherry says, what is the brand of the little mini dust vacuum you showed a couple videos ago? Sherry, I will add that when we're finished. Thank you for reminding me. Let's see. Oh, that is aggravating. CZ, huh? Yep, they should replace them. Definitely contact the company. If you ever have trouble like that with markers or something, you should always contact a company. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera around. Did I miss anybody's questions as I was working? I know I saw a couple, but I haven't scrolled all the way back. I will say, and it might be that they're just a new marker and I haven't had new markers in a long time, but I think the tips are beautiful. They color really, really beautifully, and the more I use them, the more I love them. Thank you, Lori, for answering questions. Lori's like my own personal Olo moderator. I look so studious. Yeah, I guess this is my new studious look. It's great because I don't have to go. I was doing this constantly. It's how I knew things were bad. But now I can sit back here and I can read everybody's comments and it's a lot easier. Cloudy, bright, but cloudy in the Bronx. Oh, fun. Oh, thank you, Maureen. That's so nice of you. Okay, if no one has any more questions, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope everyone has an amazing weekend. If you have a question later, drop it down below in the comments. Replay crew, if you have questions, drop a comment there. I hope you get some crafty time in this weekend. I will be back next week. Let me see here. I saw something I needed to fix. I will be back next week with another live video. Patreon top tier members, don't forget we have our January live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central. Definitely I'll see you guys then. And I did see a question from Judy. Oh, my marker bag, Judy. Okay, I'll get that too. The little mini dust buster and the marker bag measurements. I will get both of those things when this live is finished. Okay, thank you guys, and I will see you all next week. Bye. The supplies used in today's video are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another project that you might be interested in. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss a new live video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.